Hello, everyone. We received this question in social media from Julia in Wisconsin. What has gone wrong with dating? And why does it seem impossible to find a good man?
Whew. Well, now that is a great question, and I promise you, there are good guys out there, but a few bad apples can make the entire bushel seem rotten. So, what was the top response to this, honey?
It was from Angie from Ontario, Canada. Men don't want commitment. They just want benefits. Oh.
Well, I wish I could say that wasn't the case, but there's a lot of guys out there that's really what they're looking for. And part of it's because they've been hurt before and they feel that they can do a shallow relationship and walk away before they get hurt. Another thing is that, well, actually that's what society teaches us to value, right?
Benefits?
Yeah. You turn on the television, you turn on movies, and just, casual escapades. Just getting in bed at the end of a good date. That seems to be, well, just something casually that happens. And our society keeps displaying that. And the more we see that, the more we want that, even though we should know in our hearts that we should be looking for much more substance in our relationships than just jumping into bed right away.
This is so true.
But you know what? That is a matter of value between what someone feels in their heart. What my convictions are may be different than someone else's. What your convictions are may be different than someone else's. But the question is, are you dating someone who has the same convictions that you have? And have you communicated that properly? So whenever someone does make that move, they know that they're crossing the line. If you haven't communicated that, they may just think, well, this is what everybody else does. Why is she getting upset about it?
So the key thing you're saying is communication.
Communication.
Okay.
So, honey, what was the next response?
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. Okay. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I mean, that would really help us out.
Yes, thank you.
So, Debbie from New York. Too many guys are set in their ways. Oh.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
We had to go there.
Yeah.
Guys aren't set in their ways.
Yes, they are.
No, we're so flexible. We're willing to give in just about anything. Actually, that's not what you want. You don't want someone who's just going to change and morph and cater to what you want. Because then that's a guy who's got no backbone. That's a guy who has not identified who they are. And they're wanting to take your identity and superimpose it upon themselves.
Wow.
That's not what you want in a guy.
So you don't want a yes man in a relationship.
Not at all. No, you don't. But you also do not want someone who's too rigid that they cannot be flexible and work with you and collaborate with you. I mean, that's part of the joys of being in a relationship, is that you get to work together to get to where the two of you both want to be.
This is true.
So, yeah, and I would not say that it's only guys who are set in their ways.
Oh, right? That's true. Yeah, because women are set in their ways also.
So how do you take two different people who grew up in two different environments, and those two different environments create a set of ways? And they're both set in those ways, and then they get together, and those ways are not the same. How do the two of them function together? How is this even possible?
Grace.
Grace. What do you mean by that?
You got to give each other time and grace with each other. So if not, you're going to have a bunch of arguments because you're not giving each other grace.
So perhaps it's a matter of kind of assessing, first, communication.
Communication is key.
And through communication, you can kind of determine what's more important to one and the other. Why is something important to one? Why is something important to the other?
This is true.
And whenever you have a better understanding of what each other needs and is looking for, then you can make a decision together.
Yes.
So this isn't really something to fear, but it's something to look forward to, because as you work through those things, you actually get closer.
This is true.
That's awesome. Well, Gary from South Carolina has this to say. I know we were asking about tough to find a good man, but he chimed in from the perspective of why it's tough to find a good woman. And he says, scammers. Girls front like they're interested, but then they just need help. They're looking for a sugar daddy. He talks about girls who would, after discussing things 2 or 3 times online, they'd ask him to send them a $200 gift card. And this happened more than once. And so he's like, if that's what's out there, this really deters me from finding a good woman because of, clearly they're not interested in me.
So, okay, hold up, time out again. So, what type of woman or women is he attracting? If they are, wanting just cash from him. I mean, what type? First of all, what age?
Well, true. So I don't know the age of Gary. That was not present in his response. But you do bring up a good question.
Yes.
What is he projecting? What is he saying that he's looking for? And what about him is saying, I'm willing to do that? Is there a level of desperation in his voice? A desperation for connection, for validation? Is there something about his profile that says that, look, I would be willing to help you out. I'm a giver. I just want to keep helping you.
And another question though, it might not be Gary at all. It may be, again, what type of woman is he attracting?
Right. And so as we help you look at how you're projecting yourself,
yes,
those are some of the things that we work through. First of all,
Yes.
finding your identity, finding out who you are
yes,
and what you want to attract. And then things start to change for you in a very positive way.
yes,
Because you're being clear both to yourself and to the world around you
yes.
what kind of person that you're looking for.
This is true.
So this wild world of dating can be so crazy sometimes with all the players and scammers out there. You see, you are looking for one diamond in a field of glass shards. So there's no wonder why you keep getting cut. One way to demystify all of this is to download and study our ultimate guide to online dating. Check it out for free with the link in the description. We're Winona and Rob Hollis,
Your relationship experts.
praying for an abundance of blessings for you.